Grizzlies fans, welcome into what Morgan and I are calling a little get ready with us. As we get ready for the Grizzlies game, we're going to get you guys ready for the Grizzlies Kings game as well. Morgan, Ragan joining me again. And I got to be honest, Morgan, the last time we talked, it was great. It was New Year's Eve, but we're kind of flushing that game away because it was not pretty. 123-92. And the Grizzlies had everyone. Today is a little bit different. The Grizzlies have just 7 players who are not on the injury list. So I'm going to read off to you who you can talk about today when we do this little breakdown. Get ready with me.
Okay.
Grant is not on the injury list. Gigi is not on the injury list. Santi, Roddy, Xavier, Gilliard, and brand new Scottie Pippen Jr. These guys are not on the injury list for today. Everyone else is.
Do you need me to put on a Grizzlies jersey and get in there?
Yes.
I am this is not going to be, I can't imagine that this is going to be fun for the Grizzlies, and so sorry, Grizzly fans. But at the same time, I feel like when you do have certain guys out there, there's a certain different level of fight that comes with that because they're getting an opportunity and they want to make the most of the minutes that they're getting.
On top of that, you have nothing to lose. And the Grizzlies have had games like this. I remember 2 years ago, we had a game similar to this where there was all the starters were out. It was against the Suns, who were the best team in the NBA at the time. And they came out and surprised everyone because it is easy to go into a game a little bit lackadaisical if you're the Kings, looking at who you're going against, the lack of depth in the lineup. And so if you're the Grizzlies, you want to go into this and kind of have that as like a gotcha game, like a little trap game. If you're the Kings, though, let's talk about it because they are top 10 team in points. And they shot the absolute lights out last time they played the Grizzlies. 50% from the field, almost 50% from the 3-point line. And Sabonis was insane. It was a triple-double from him. He had 21 rebounds. The Kings ended up out-rebounding the Grizzlies 59-34. Is that something that you see often in Kings games?
You know, now for Sabonis, it's becoming part of his norm. I mean, the triple doubles that he's getting this season, and he is like, I forget how many games consecutive double doubles right now. Here's the thing. Sometimes I hate looking at stats for people, and I just go, are they empty stats? Are they translating into W's? What are those? Domas Sabonis' stats, his rebounds specifically, are translating into good basketball plays, finishing off defensive possessions, and just really good basketball for the Kings. That's why this is not fun probably for the Grizzlies tonight, maybe, because the Kings are playing really good basketball right now, and it's because of Domas just really playing consistent.
Yeah, he's been a killer for sure. The one thing that the Grizzlies have been hanging their hat on this season, and that kind of goes down the lineup for whoever is on the court, very much next man mentality, is their defense. They're a top 10 defense in the league. And the Kings are not a bad defense. They're about middle of the pack in their defensive defensive rating-ish wise, what we're talking. Where can the Grizzlies find success in the defensive end? Like what, if you're coming into this, what do you take away from the Kings? What's their bread and butter?
Well, you know, for a while they were in a shooting slump. And I think when you and I were talking around the new year, it was when Kevin Huerter didn't get things going yet. And Keegan Murray wasn't even shooting his best basketball at the time, whatever. Then De'Aaron just went through a little bit of a slump in January, and now he's figuring it out again, and especially last game. So that's why I go, listen, they're shooting pretty well from beyond the arc, but on top of that, De'Aaron Fox is getting it going in the mid-range again, and he's so dominant in the mid-range. So I go, okay, where else could the Grizzlies really try and stop them? And I think Grizzlies have to make sure that I love this. I'm telling Grizzlies fans what Grizzlies need to do. Grizzlies, you need to make sure that you are converting on the offensive end and not allowing De'Aaron Fox and the Sacramento Kings to push on them. Because right now, the way that they're pushing the pace, even if it's a guard making a layup, De'Aaron Fox is taking that ball out of bounds and out letting it to the bonus, whoever they push it up. So Grizzlies just need to start the effort in the backcourt if they can. And again, it's not like they have a whole bunch of players, so I can only imagine like where their energy is going to be, especially if they do that all in the first half.
I think a big key to that and listening to you talk about getting them 94 feet from the basket is whether or not Vince Williams Jr. plays tonight. Right now, he is questionable, and he's been kind of this like rising star for the Grizzlies, both offensively and defensively. Before yesterday, I think he was averaging 17 points a game in the last 7 games. And defensively, he's been just like that guy who will pick up someone 94 feet from the basket and be in their face all game. So if you're the Grizzlies fans, look, so there's 7 guys who are not on the injury report right now. You need another guy to at least suit up. And so you're hoping that because he's questionable, not doubtful, that person is Vince Williams Jr. And I think that would be the matchup that you want to watch tonight, because he is that guy who's going to get in De'Aaron Fox's face for 48 minutes, and he does not back down from anyone. And so I think that's the fun thing to watch. Let's end this, because both of us clearly need to go get ready for the game. Let's end this with, okay, you know what? Let's do this. Because we know the big guys for the Kings. We just played you. We know who the guys who killed us last game are. And you probably aren't super familiar with all the guys that we have playing, because I know we aren't even really. Let's do one player who's not in the starting lineup that could make an impact tonight.
For the Grizzlies?
You do Kings and I'll do Grizzlies.
Okay, perfect. I was like, oh, you're gonna have to probably tell me. Okay, not in the starting line. Okay. I'm gonna say, well, this one would usually seem like an obvious one, but he's had a few down games lately,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say Malik Monk. He comes off the bench. He's such a force. He's able to be that energy spark, especially, let's say, if the Kings starting unit doesn't get it done right away. Mike Brown's like, screw this, I'm going to the second unit, or I'm going to Malik Monk. But watch out, he's someone that can play make, he can shoot the ball, and when he's feeling good, he's red hot.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. And he's one of those guys too who, like, when he gets hot, is so dangerous from that 3-point line. I know these two teams in 3-point attempts are both top 5, except the percentage wise, the Grizzlies are 28, you guys are 12. So when Malik Monk is going, I know that that's one guy that the Grizzlies like have to hone in on the defensive end. For us, I obviously don't know what the starting lineup is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see. But one player that honestly could start, I was going to say probably won't, but could start, Scottie Pippen Jr. He's brand new to the Grizzlies, but he had a couple games where he like really led this team, because we don't have a lot of point guards. We're low on a lot of positions here. And so I'm going to go Scottie Pippen Jr., not scoring wise, but kind of just like leading and keeping the team together wise. That's what we're going to roll the dice and say.
Hey, I called some of his games in the G League, and I just remember him being a hustle guy. Like, you want to keep talking about the effort and all those things. They're going to need that from Scottie Pippen Jr. tonight to just be frisky. Get up and guys.
Yeah, I like it. Morgan, thank you. Go get ready for the game. I'm so excited. I think, you know what? There's nothing to lose here. And that could be scary for some teams. So I'll text you after the game and see.
Bye. Thanks.